What happens when freedom comes with a cost? Black Mirror's latest sequel, USS Callister Into Infinity, picks up the legacy of one of the show's most iconic episodes and flips everything we thought we knew on its head. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. So let's dive into how the Season 7 finale reshapes the world of USS Callister, breaks new ground for the Black Mirror universe, and ends with one of the most complex, twisted, and oddly hopeful conclusions the show has ever delivered. All right, so right from the top,
I am doing my best!
Robert Daly is dead. That toxic tech genius who abused his coworkers inside his creepy, customized Infinity game? Yeah, he's out of the picture. In his place, we now have Captain Nanette Cole, the digital version, that is, leading the crew of the USS Callister. But just because Daly's gone doesn't mean the crew is safe. Far from it. Now that they're free of his control, survival becomes the new mission. Why? Because the crew, still trapped inside the Infinity simulation, need credits just to stay alive. It's like a twisted version of capitalism on steroids. If they run out of credits, they don't just get kicked out, they cease to exist. So they start raiding other players, full-on cyber pirates, and sure, that keeps them alive, but it also makes them enemies. A lot of them. The players they steal from, yeah, they're pissed. And the glitches in the game, they're starting to feel real, like pain without blood, kind of real, which raises the stakes fast. Meanwhile, in the real world, we've got the original Nanette trying to piece all this together. And she's not just playing detective. She's actively investigating complaints from Infinity players about credit theft. She quickly figures out something horrifying. Daly had cloned her, Walton, and others from the office using real DNA, just like we saw in the original episode.
There's never any blood in this game.
Just give her the goddamn credits, man!
No, seriously.
Nanette contacts James Walton. Remember him from the original? Daly's old co-worker who was trapped as a digital clone. In the sequel, Walton is still very much alive in the real world. But when Nanette tells him what she's discovered, he doesn't react the way you'd hope. He's more interested in bearing the truth than facing it. Then, we get this intense scene. Nanette threatens to go to a journalist with everything she's learned, and Walton panics. He tries to bribe her, but before she can make a move, bam, she gets hit by a car. Just like that, she's in a coma, brain dead, or at least that's what doctors say. Back in the game, clone Nanette is working on a plan to escape for good, and she has a bold idea: create a safe, isolated version of Infinity, like Daly did, but without all the abusive God mode behavior. Just a private paradise for the crew. To do that, she needs access to the source code. Problem is, the clone version of Walton who helped them in the past, dead. But there's a twist. Walton's room is still intact inside the game, which means some version of him is still alive. The crew travels to a planet to find him, and boom, there he is. They make their case. He listens. Things seem to be going well. Then, out of nowhere, real-world Nanette and real Walton show up. Yeah, they've somehow entered the game. And initially, they say they just want to help. Real Nanette's coma state has given her an opening to project into the virtual world, and she brings Walton along to maybe fix the damage. But what starts as an olive branch turns into betrayal. Just when the crew is about to execute their escape plan and build the new world, Walton pulls out a massive gun and starts shooting at them. Why? Because what they're doing, creating clones, manipulating the core of Infinity, is illegal. More importantly, it threatens to expose a dirty secret. See, in a flashback 12 years earlier, we learn it was Walton, not Daly, who got the DNA cloner after the original episode, and he used it to secretly clone Daly himself, a digital slave named Bob, who's been stuck in the heart of Infinity ever since, coding and upgrading the game endlessly. That's right, Daly may be dead in the real world, but his clone lives on, forced to work forever in a digital prison. And Walton, he's been cashing in on all of it. So when the crew tries to reach the heart of Infinity to escape, Walton freaks out. If they get there, the truth comes out. His empire crumbles. Jail time becomes very real. In a last-ditch effort to stop them, he sends a mass invite to every player the Callister crew ever raided. Suddenly, hundreds of ships are en route to destroy them. Total war. But Nanette gets to Bob, Daly's clone, and tells him everything. That the real Nanette is brain dead. That the crew is fighting to live. Bob, broken but still lucid, offers a solution. He can transfer Captain Nanette into real Nanette's brain, but there's a catch. he's not actually transferring her. He's making a copy to keep for himself. He wants her company, a version of her, forever stuck with him, just like Daly used to do. Nanette doesn't go for it. They fight. In an epic emotional scene, she kills Bob using his own Bargradian cutlass, which triggers a kill switch that starts deleting the entire game world. And at the very last second, Captain Nanette initiates the transfer. She lands inside the real Nanette's brain, now a fusion of the two. The Captain's strength, leadership, and confidence. The real Nanette's memories, feelings, and history. They merge. She wakes up, the doctors are stunned. Nanette is alive, but she's not alone in her mind. The entire USS Callister crew is still there, living in her consciousness, able to see the real world through her eyes. Yeah, Black Museum vibes, right? There's even a bittersweet moment as the crew realizes they're safe, but trapped again, just in a different kind of prison. But at least this time, their prison has snacks, sunlight, and reality TV. Because yes, they've struck a deal. Nanette gives them screen time in exchange for privacy, and they all agree to binge Real Housewives of Atlanta. Wild compromise, but it works. As for Walton, justice finally catches up. In the final scenes, a news report reveals he's been arrested by the FBI after months on the run. His cloning crimes are exposed. Daly's fate, the exploitation, the illegal tech, all of it comes crashing down. It's a full circle moment. Nanette not only survives, she becomes something more. As Charlie Brooker put it, it's not a simple override. The digital and real versions of her have merged. She's whole, empowered, and yet the crew isn't totally free. Their new reality may be safer, but it's still a limbo of sorts. The big theme here is that freedom always comes with a cost, and for them, the cost is being trapped in someone else's mind, even if it's someone they trust. It's a classic Black Mirror ending, poetic, painful, and just optimistic enough to make you feel something before pulling the rug out from under you again.
Do it! Fucking do it!
No! Label your discs, asshole!
So why did Brooker return to USS Callister? Well, he said it himself. Sometimes the characters are just too good to leave behind. That cast, the story, the fan reaction, it all made the idea of a sequel too tempting to pass up. And with this finale, he doesn't just revisit old themes, he evolves them. Cloning, digital consciousness, identity, justice. It's all here. But now there's this added layer. What happens when you outgrow your digital self? When your trauma makes you stronger? When your only path to peace is fusing with your past? Brooker leaves the door open for more. He hasn't confirmed a third chapter, but he hasn't ruled it out either. And honestly, after an ending like this, we kinda need one.
Can't be right. Are you sure it's not?
Fatal content error 606. It's right in my fucking face. What does it mean?
Our nerdy thoughts. So what do you think? Was this ending satisfying? Did Nanette do the right thing? Is the crew finally safe? Or are they just in another trap? Let's talk theories, Easter eggs, and everything Black Mirror down in the comments. And if you made it this far, you deserve a Bargradian cutlass of your own. If you enjoyed the deep dive, don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next time Black Mirror breaks our brains. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of Black Mirror, freedom always has fine print.